Hello guys, so welcome to Amakada online training. So in this video you're going to learn how to do your bias cut, okay? Cut, bias, and then iron it, okay? Actually just thought I should do this video because I have a dress. I want to use bias on the neckline, but the bias is wider than the normal bias you normally use, okay? So I just want to show you a sample of what to do. So if you're going to be cutting any bias cut, this is your straight grain. You've already seen how this fabric is, so it's a good fabric to use for demonstration, okay? So this is a straight grain and I want to cut on bias. I will pick from this edge and I'll fold it like a scarf. Have you seen what I did? It is no more on a straight grain. This grain does not stretch. It's hard, right? But this grain I have brought over stretches. Have you seen the difference? So this is how you cut on bias. So now, depending on what is the width of the bias you're working with, you have a quarter, you have half an inch, you have 3/4, you have 1 inch, right? So you're going to measure to cut based on what you want, okay? So you can split it into two and take one side of your bias, which I already have here, okay? So this I have splitted already. So see how it's staying. This is my bias grain like this. So now I will take a measurement of what I want, okay? So like now I'm doing a 1 inch bias. So if I'm doing 1 inch, I'm going to be taking 2 inches because I'm folding half and half inside. So I'm just having only one. If you're working with half an inch, you're going to be taking 1.5, right? Because you're going to take half inside or 1.25. It's still fine. So you take that measurement here, mark it and cut it out. So once you cut that piece, so if you mark and cut it out, this is the kind of piece we're going to be having. Okay, so you're going to be having something like this on a stretch. It's stretching, all right? So that's what, if I turn it, that's exactly what I have cut out. So I cut mine out at 2 inches. So just measure from here to here. What do you have? You want 2 inches, you want half, and you cut it out. So these are the ones I have cut out. Follow that process I have shown you. Now, you can actually, if you have the energy and time, you take it to your ironing table, okay? And then you fold this. Fold half of this. You place it and you sew. But I don't bother doing that. I work with my sewing tools, okay? So for me, I have my bias tape maker set, okay? You can buy them one. You can buy them as a set. But if you buy it as a set, it comes with the owl. This is the owl. The owl will help you to push the bias into the bias maker, okay? And then you have your, bias foot. This works more for people that are using the portable household machine because you can just, you just unclip the main foot, that is the G foot, and fix in your bias making foot. So it's very easy for you to sew your bias with this, all right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you have your bias set, you're going to take, like I said, this is 1 inch. So you have from a quarter, 3/4, half, and 1. So I'm working with the 1 inch, all right? So you take that, take your owl. All this you can do on your ironing table and feed in your bias. Now, where the folded part is going to be coming on this, see, is the wrong side and fixing in this way. So once you fix it in, you take your owl, find your fabric on the inside, okay? And then push, use the owl and push your fabric till. Have you seen my fabric has come out this way, right? So once it comes out, look at that. Can you see that? Right? So once it comes out and you start pulling, as I'm pulling, I'm going to be ironing. Have you seen? So it's just giving me exactly what I am looking for. So you can now start ironing it as it is folding. So that's actually how to make a bias, okay? So I'm making my bias for my neckline and you can do yours and let me see it. All right, so see you in the next class.